Yeah. Turn a roll. Bass junkie. Cut through it. Yeah. 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 Group chat jumping, same old drama. Screenshots, think pieces, recycle karma. Timeline loud, but the truth sound quieter. Mute half the world, now my head feel lighter. Crypto bag small, but the brain compounding. DCA faith when the chart flatlining. They sold dreams, Lambo win a month, quick flip. I want land, less rent, more ownership. AI talk at the table, late takeaways. Who code the rules, who choose the maze? They want our face, our voice, our data. We want our time back sooner, not later. Through the noise, let it fade in the background. Talk your talk real low, still surround sound. Same cold world, but the kettle stays on. My boy, soft light, deep chat, we just cut through the noise. Through the noise, let them scream in the scroll bar. We stay here long form, talking from the gold heart. Same my world, but we're calm in the void. Cup in hand, good friends, yeah, we cut through the noise.
Yo, and welcome for another edition of Cut Through the Noise, the weekly talk show where Tora and I give it to you straight. We talk charts, crypto, AI, and everything in between. Guys, if you enjoyed this series, make sure you smash that retweet. I just came off the tail end of a previous show with JT Builds, Justin, and Broken Reality, Dan Hendrickson. So show some love to your boy. We're putting a double whammy here, but hey, the show must go on. And man, I'm always pumped to chop up with my man Toro. So Toro, how are you today?
Man, I'm good, man. How's my sound coming? I'm trying in this different type of microphone that I plugged in. Does it sound the same, or like does it
sounds
sound
the same? It sounds yeah. I
All
mean,
right.
maybe just double check your settings, that little cog in the bottom, because if you've plugged something in, it doesn't automatically jump over to it. In fact, dude, what the? Hang on.
It should be working.
I just changed my mic. Can you hear a difference?
Yeah, wow. Yours sounds different now.
Man, literally, just me like diagnosing your problem. I realized like my microphone was like saying your MacBook microphone. I'm like, what the fuck? Here I am with the big Rode speaker in my face, and it's picking up the MacBook. Damn. And I just finished an hour-long interview.
Oh yeah. But that was the previous, oh man. But it's all good. You came through. You're still coming in clear, so it's all good.
Yeah. But dude, it's never a dull day in crypto. I mean, do we just jump right into it?
Let's do it.
Just Bitcoin. What's going on? Like, there was that. Well, we went down to 58, right? We went down to 58, and then just have been pushing forward. I mean, down to 58 on the news that Michael Saylor was selling 32 Bitcoin, right? It caused a bit of a cascade in sort of fear. Maybe that's just a straw man argument for what the push down was. Obviously, there's other things always at play, but then went down to 58. Then it was surging back up, and people like that was the bottom. I saw quite a few, and I wouldn't even call them like overly inflated bulls. Some conservative people that I respect saying like that's the bottom, and so like we went up to 67K, and now we're back down to 63, down 2% on the day. What's your thoughts on the macros, and what's your sentiment towards Bitcoin right now?
Same as always, holding my position. 47K is like programmed already. It's clear as day on the charts for any basic trader with some type of knowledge of technical analysis can see that, we're definitely already going to be hitting the high 40s, low 50s area. Like that's a given. So, just like how when things pump up, we have a bit of a retracement, the same thing, just when we have a leg down, we have a little relief rally, a little pop back up temporarily. That's just how the market moves. So it's clear as day that we're in a bear market. But the good news is that we are getting close to the bottom. We are getting close to the bottom. So we should be seeing a bottoming out. I'm hoping around August, September time, getting us ready for that October magic and a
Whoa,
situation
whoa, whoa.
to
So
buy
you're
in.
saying October magic? Because I think previously, like I thought we were saying that October's the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying around like October's magic, like around that time we'll get ready to like really buy in. Cause you don't really buy the initial leg down of that climate of like a September, August situation. You're gonna get if you're going all in, you're gonna lose a little bit of money for a while. So just to stay within the right range and the direction, I would say I always like to play safe. So October time, going into November, probably showing like a some type of pump up, showing that we won't have that bottoming out again, a huge differentiation in market and narrative. So that's where I'm holding my situation is just trying to figure out from here on out how to increase my purchasing power so that I can make money outside of crypto to buy more crypto when the bottom is here.
Yeah, that's smart. That's solid. I mean, I'm exactly make hay while the sun shines. And right now, the trading game, it's quite hard. I mean, I'm trying to trade more on the base app, and it's a little bit hard sometimes because I don't want to be trading. I have some coins that I like. I respect the builders, and I just want to hodl. I want to hodl those. I want to hodl some USDC. I don't want to be all in on pumps of the day because I gamble. I feel like that money is gambled money because sometimes it goes up, but then like for example this iShow Speed token, right? G Speed, man. I'm just kicking myself thinking about it because, I didn't go in heavy, but like, I think I put like $500 and then 50 next, and I round tripped it. It's like, man, why am I doing this? Like, if there's a gift in the bear market, just fucking like
Take
it up, yeah. But I don't know. I'm a moon or bust kind of guy, unfortunately.
Yeah, I get you on that because you're trying to make life-changing money. But the thing about that is what we learn long term is that the life-changing money comes from compounding wins versus one big home run. The big home runs is what they teach us. Some of us experience it, round trip it, lose it, squander it. But it's better if you compare the two, the person that's been slowly compounding because they know what to do with the money in smaller dosages. So by the time they get to around a big chunk, they already have a mindset of actually seizing the opportunity and making it. So yeah, I get what you're saying, on that situation. But they say hodlers, they make more money than day traders in this game. So
Yeah. And like this DCAing in, earlier when you said about the magic in October, I thought like the permaball in me was like, wait, what are we going? But actually, if you're positioned right, and like the bottom can also be a magic moment or the confirmation that the bottom was in, because then you're actually able to because everybody says the true money's made in the bear.
100%, always. I mean, my biggest ones have always been in a bear. Discovering the project before it takes off, discovering the ones that have sound fundamentals that I've been pre-screening and filtering for years. That's when I start backing the horse. The only thing that's clear as day right now in this market that I saw is Hyperliquid. I wish it was cheaper. I hope it gets cheaper. I definitely would like to be like a Michael Saylor of Hyperliquid or some type of MicroStrategy form because it's staking compound. But outside of that, a lot of these other tokens that I'm watching, they're very volatile. They're not ready yet. So I'd rather buy when the actual overall sentiment and proof aligns and it says that, hey, this is the bottoming out. It's not going to get any cheaper than this. This is where mass fear is. This is a situation when they're telling you we're going to zero. that's the time where you realize, like, hey, this is the bottom. 2-3 months from now, prices will be much higher.
Talking about Hyperliquid, because it's one, and on the one side, I feel like, it's the one that got away. Like there was so many opportunities earlier on to like get exposure, and I wasn't really focused on learning that side of things, and to my regret. But there's a lot like Hyperliquid, like outside of the base bubble, but on like wider crypto Twitter, Hype is one of the like top like people's choices, and you can see many reasons why. The 24/7 trading, people were trading like oil on the weekends before the markets opened. But there's also a lot of like DJing culture that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I see like a lot of the DGen traders and Coles and Timeline Warriors have migrated from Solana over to Hyperliquid. I mean, we can even see here, like, the Solana at $69, Hype is at $69, $68. Like, obviously, like different market caps, but there is that psychological flippening that's happened recently, and I guess now they're sort of like tussling. But my question within that is, do you think that Solana ever like reclaims all-time highs, or do you think the attention is shifted to Hype?
The attention is definitely shifting to the new kid on the block, but it still has more weight to be proven. It could be a generational play. It already has created millionaires in a generational run for those that caught the run up when it was a few dollars, and those that got that cat airdrop NFT that came straight from Jeff and the team. But the thing about Solana is basically already put their foot in the hole of where they're going to dominate, and that's retail. Solana is probably going to be arguably the chain that is looked and most used globally for a retail level. I don't see it being ETH. ETH is so clunky, and you can clearly see from the core contributors that are leaving left and right that it's fundamentally not scalable, nor will it be truly corrected from the architecture level. So that's more of an institutional financial rail, I would say, where Ethereum will be shining its light, or basically with the big boys. So that leaves, Hyperliquid, an open lane of this niche market, something that even CZ recently said that he can't beat Hyperliquid at. And that takes a lot to hear that from CZ, to give praise to something that he tried to demolish several months prior. This is one of those things that's just like, hey, man, this is the next best thing, the biggest thing since sliced bread. So I definitely see some situations on there, but there's also some cons to Hyperliquid as well. We have a lot of big positioning whales that have a good amount of the supply. We have token unlocks that will affect the metrics. How Hyperliquid flywheel works in a bull market sentiment, the price goes up because of more buy pressure, but it also works counter when the inflation is increasing, and it really hurts it really bad. So I don't think, from judging it, that its system can absorb the amount of tokens that will be unlocked, but long-term Hyperliquid seems to be something that you can't ignore.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm just looking at like, when I can get an entry on it. I think the fact that it's got these token buybacks mechanisms, I think in a way it is servicing a different market, maybe more of a trader market, and more of a tokenizing stocks. I mean, I know Base is making a big play on that, and I think we spoke before about the acquisition of Hyperliquid's USDH, so that they can actually run it on USDC instead. But so you're telling me your thoughts on Solana, because I have a friend who's very much he's a bit of a Solana maxi, and we talk about this, like AI commerce, retail commerce, RWAs. I mean, like Base is ramping up. I mean, we see the recent like B20 new token protocol to like make it cheaper and faster, and other things for that to really like go all in on this direction. Why do you think that Solana is going to be the go-to retail? And yeah, I mean, that's that question.
Yeah, if you look at the last year alone, we see a flipping happening where we saw Solana for the first time in history has more active development and more devs on their chain building than Ethereum. The second thing is, while Ethereum has been battling the scalability, challenging privacy, all that Ethereum has been doing, you see Solana has just been raising money, just been making a big global tour, totally in the game, have just been flagshipping and just raising more money, changing the perception of how their chain should be viewed. When I look at Base in specific, Base has yet to find an official footing. So to me, if Base doubles down and starts really tailoring the Base ecosystem and chain to be for agents, it will actually have to offer something that agents would need and have to kind of find a way to kind of make it hard to be replicated or ease of use for the next competing chain to dominate if they want to be the house of the chain. But that also comes with the consequences of Base also ignoring the human users at that point, because they will not be needed in this formula when it comes to being the chain or the home for agentic transactions. So I think that Base is in a situation where, as long as it stays close to Coinbase move of like trying to get in to become basically the next evolution of what banks are, USDC will be that gas and main driver for Base. It won't come from development of radical devs and Base applications. It won't come from a meme coin or a flagship. It will come from institutions, not retail. It will come from the big boys, not the regular degens. That's Base's ultimate mode right now, because simply Base did not launch with a native token. So the people that have been wasting so much time, resources, and effort, I want to say, or have been committing, I want to say in better words, they're not actually or have yet to really receive a reciprocation of growth and benefits for taking that risk on this ecosystem. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like they will anytime soon. So the only other placement and the only other chess move on the board for Base is the airdrop. There's nothing else that will make people chatter about Base. You either tailor this thing so to nail it down to the ground that AI agents don't want to go to any other chain. Base is the staple for that for whatever reasons that you have in store, or you bring everybody back from the grave with a dynamic historical moment of doing the biggest airdrop that we've ever seen in Web3.
I would love that. Yeah. I mean, tell me, like, what's your take on? So recently there was the big announcement, the B20 standard, but there was lots of like hype / murmurs beforehand. It's like, what is this going to be? There's speculation. I mean, obviously they're trying to like hype it up and just get people talking about it. But as you said, people want the airdrop. That's kind of like the stimulus check that will changes everything, and really, that's like that's the headline news.
This is not a playbook you have to rewrite. I'm sorry to cut you off, but as we talked on the Farcaster, congrats on you being powered by Farcaster, by the way, Base Junkie. You're doing a great job over there. But as we spoke on there, this is not something that you have to rewrite. Every chain that we've seen blow up, Sol, BNB, you name it, Hype, they have a native token. We need a native token to reward your users and the advocators and those that literally are committing themselves to your ecosystem. But continue.
Do you think the messaging, like getting people hyped up and people talking about it, do you think it's doing more good or harm? That people keep thinking that the next big announcement is the token, and then it's not the token; it's something else that is good, but not token level good.
It's burning both ends because why? This is not the first time. This has actually been like the boy who cries wolf, where numerous times we've hyped up something on base. We look forward to something on base, whether it was the social fi and the creator coins and the Zoras and the this and the that. We've amped up things that literally have been letdowns. So if you look when it looks at the emphasis that it has, it doesn't really get everybody chatting like it would have 6 months ago or a year ago. It doesn't really get people going. So this is like a Hail Mary. If they amp it up and they keep dragging it out like a carrot on a stick, they're gonna lose a distrustment. And of course, this is crypto. People have a short memory when it comes to like giving them money. But in all due respect, you won't get the same reciprocation and avocation that you would have got if you just went about it the correct way. So if they're hyping this up, they better exceed expectations. It's best to honestly at this point shut the fuck up. Excuse me, like if you really think about it, if you hit people like a thief in the night, they just wake up to like Coinbase alerts and Jesse saying something, and then it's like people are texting and calling people and blowing up people's phone. That's the euphoria moment. That's the chatterbot system. That's the hype. Whereas it's like everybody's racing to claim their tokens. That's what you need. But you also have to, if you do it in that way, you got to have enough pockets that when that message conveys a 9 to 12 hour threshold of people just waking up from all sorts of the world, that they're able to still dip their hands in there and they're still able to receive a good amount of what that token is still worth. One of the best airdrop, and they've already proven with Venice AI they can do a dynamic airdrop the right way, even though that was like a race, a front running of who can dump it real quick. Or another page would be like, look at the Uniswap airdrop and how they did their Uni token airdrop. Like you have to have a reciprocated system that rewards people for the amount of effort they have given you over the years.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough one, like whenever it drops, because no doubt there's gonna be people that are disappointed because like what are the metrics? I mean, numerous times Jesse has said, developers will be rewarded, creators will be rewarded, but now we like not measuring creators. I mean, I think that those tweets were actually kind of some of the things that sort of led to the more speculation towards Zora. It's like, okay, shit, I better make a Zora account because that's kind of this is the carrot. There's the vehicle. Like let's go that way and just get those the
only thing
reputation
they're focusing on at the moment. So it's like everybody, even people that were like against it, was like, fuck it. Well, I'm still on base. I got to give it a chance. And it's like that was a shot in the foot as well. So.
Do you think? I mean, so I haven't looked at the poly market odds. I mean, maybe we can look at it on Swiper, but do you think we're going to get the base token this year?
No. I know people want me to say yes. I know, like, bro, they be like, yo, Toro's such a sour puss, but it's like, no, bro, I just been here long enough to see how the game rolls. It will be best for them to drop it in a bear market because why? You can deal with the FUD, you can deal with the tanking, and guess what? You do at the right time. When it's time, you buy it back at the cheapest points in a bear because everybody's letting it go. Everybody's tight on money. You buy it back, and guess what? It bulldozes over into a bull market. Now everybody's like, yo, I've been with base from the beginning. I'm drinking the blue Kool-Aid. I got blue underwear on right now. The token keeps getting higher and higher. But if you ask me, the way they should do it versus the way that I'm clearly seeing they are doing it are two separate things. You're not getting a base airdrop before the year's out. I don't believe the base token is coming. It'd be dope if they bring it in December, right in the time for Christmas or New Year's. But let's be real here, guys. Like, it's not happening. It's not happening. Last time we had a check from the big dog, the base god himself. He said they didn't even have a test net. They didn't have a theatrical, like a token they were playing with, right? Like it was just all schematics. It was just conversation. And that was like what, 3-4 months ago. So I don't think that in these 3-4 months that they have something that's like, okay, you know, we've seen that the contract, we've seen slots of where contract addresses will be seen on certain platforms, people anticipating and trading the speculation, the value of it, but I don't see it happening. That's just me. I want to be wrong. I want to wake up to a bag, but I don't see it happening.
On Christmas morning, a stealth base drop that would
be horrible, bro, because so many people would be their families and offline, punched in the face, but then at the same time, it's like other people would take it as the best day because it happened on Christmas Day. Like
it would be legendary. Do you think the fact I mean, hang on, let me just quickly check the Twitter page. I think they updated it a while, not recent, but they said like exploring a network token. Like they really are like laying it on thick with these breadcrumbs, and it's like, okay, are we, you know, yeah. It says where the world transacts on chain, Base is beginning to explore a network token. I mean, like
it's not having the same effect that it did when Jesse announced it. You know,
like,
yeah, it's not having the same. It's just like, don't forget, we don't got a token yet. And it's like we're waiting. Like, you know, it's not having that same effect on the timeline. Like, I'm not seeing the bloggers reposting and content gouging to kind of get the clickbait going for it. I don't see any YouTubes coming down on the feed about it. It's like people are just like, okay, because you haven't given them a single reason to advocate for it, because you should have already had a native token. Like, you know, that's how you got the Soul Bros, the douchey bags, the early douchebag age, because they had a token, right? BNB went crazy in the Eastern market because they had a token. Hyperliquid has a core following of users because they have a native token. Like, you know, our native token was USDC or ETH, I think, you know, like we didn't have one on this side, and it's been rough. And I really applaud everybody that's been Base, that spent money on Base, that has built on Base, because like, if you want it, that's arguably to me the best community I've seen to stick it out this long without getting anything really in return. I mean, sure, if you invested in Arrow, that's the glory story. If you invested in like Banker and that, and the, you know, in the earlier part of the pump, yeah, you know, for sure. You know, we had little glimpses of certain people getting it, but the overall, how you get the threshold is by having a metric of some type of reward system that kind of covers the blanket overall of those that have put in time into the market. You know, Base doesn't have that yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hold out for the Christmas airdrop, and you know,
I'll be a boy this year, man. So,
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, man.
You know, a lot of the stuff I do isn't on chain, so like if that doesn't get registered, I'll just be like, oh man,
yeah,
cool for me. But I want to talk Swiper. I mean, so you're building Swiper, an everything app. You know, with the predictions, and all the other components. I mean, we'll open up the app in a minute, but right now with the World Cup, like this is such an electric time for, you know, live sports viewing and also prediction markets, like betting and prediction markets. In Portugal, the gambling laws are quite strict, so I can't actually get onto Polymarket here because they banned it earlier this year because people were betting on the Portuguese election, and they were worried that there's going to be like dodgy deals being done insider information. Yeah, I mean, it happens everywhere, but you can imagine in a country of 20 million people, like like it's maybe a bit more easier to sort of sway. Like it's not moving. It's not moving 350 million. It's 20.
Yeah.
So I can't even get into Polymarket, but I can get on to prediction markets with Swiper.
Mhm.
So that's something that I'm very interested in. And then, of course, yesterday, the World Cup, the biggest sporting event in the world. I know some Americans like to disagree with that, but it is. I'm just saying the facts. Portugal played and England played, and I wanted to place a bet on both those teams. Thankfully, I couldn't because Portugal ended up drawing, so I would have just lost my bet. But
Wait, didn't Ghana beat London?
no, what? No, Congo drew with Portugal, and
Previous one.
huh?
Because Ghana beat. I could have swore Ghana did play London in one of these rounds.
London's like New York. It's a city. It's like Washington. It's
I mean, we're like the UK, you know.
England.
Like
Now
England,
we played against Croatia last night.
Okay.
England won the first match against Croatia 4-2 yesterday. So that would have been a nice bet to place because Ghana, London, man.
Yeah, England and Ghana are going at in June 23rd. Okay, that's what I set a reminder for it. I set a reminder for it. Okay.
Okay.
I was like, I know I saw that coming up, and I was like, did that happen? But Ghana also won their last game yesterday too, 1-0. So
Ghana's also a tough team. Ghana's also a tough team. You can't. Yeah,
they made it to the World Cup before, so I mean, like, I'm going for them. That's the team. Even though they say that the guy that has predicted the last 2 World Cups correctly has predicted the Netherlands win this time, and they never won. Yeah, he picked the Netherlands.
Nah, dude, that's wishful thinking. I mean, he's counter trading that. He's just trying to get the Polymarket odds a bit better.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. He said he used math. They're using math to prove it. So, like, you know, and he's called the last 2 World Cup winners perfectly. They, you know, this is the statement. So
I think France is favorite to win.
France, really?
Yeah, but
well, most of their players usually come from Africa or some shit. I noticed.
Yeah,
France love to give them citizenships, boy.
Man, my wife was the same with the English team. Like she was looking at the lineup. She's like, "Are any of these guys English?"
Probably
Like,
not.
There's a couple. Come on.
It's like 2, you know. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I noticed about this World Cup. Like, it's like when it comes to World Cup, bro, like you don't actually have to be from the country. They'll cut you a deal for. Yeah.
Yeah. So hang on. Yes. Yeah, there was the Congo yesterday. But yeah, England, Ghana, top of the table.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that one. That's gonna be a good match.
Are you connected to Ghana?
Yeah, my father's from Ghana.
Man.
Mhm.
Well, look, let go England, I'll just say.
It is what it is. Somebody actually made $4 million on the game of Spain, off a Polymarket. Like, you know, a lot of people have been trying to grind this bear market and trade shitters. You know, these meme coins, and they do pump. They do have some pumps, but
Polymarket's where it's at.
prediction markets, period. Kalshi, you know, Limitless, Myriad, like, you know, take your pick, Novex, like, there's so many. Just Coinbase. Coinbase now not only has their own prediction market, but now they brought back tokenized trading stocks. They're tokenized stocks again. They realized that from Hyperliquid that they were ahead of the game and they were just a bit early. And now they see the success by Hyperliquid. So guess what? They introduced it back too. So now you can trade tokenized stocks or tokenized representation of stocks on Coinbase as well. Like, you know, it's like you got to get active. The name of the game is to make money outside of crypto so that you can buy crypto to increase the money, to make your money work for you. You know, you make money, you have some source of income, some type of job, side hustle, some type of source of income, and you're slowly dialing it into winners, into blue chips or potential blue chips, so that when they finally hit, you take that exponential wealth and then you go do something else with it. It's that's the name of the game. But it's hard to try to like play this game without having other sources of income. It's really hard, for sure.
100%. It gets to the point where you're just rubbing two coppers together, and then you finally get it right, and it's like, okay, well, look, I made it.
Yeah, exactly. Versus what you lost, kind of like a casino.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so look, I'm opening up Swiper app. Remind me, does this work better on desktop or mobile?
It's friendly either way. It's just a little different on both. So you want to just go to the sidebar and go to more.
Well, hang on. What do you show? What are you planning to show me right now?
The stream to go to like the sports and stuff, I guess.
What the fuck?
That's
Untrusted.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to build your score up, man. You can't just make a profile and think, and that's just to let other people know, kind of like, hey, this is like a new account. They don't really have that much history or activity on here. They haven't been really growing on this platform. So if be wary of this person. Just be cautious when dealing with this person. That's all it is. Social media has gone to a threshold point, especially of what I've seen through like crypto and all these ruggers, is that, having a reputation that people can see, a transparent reputation on the internet online, is a very key thing, especially if you have a platform that has social aspects where like younger adults, teens can be on as well. You want to just have those trust scores up, for safety.
Speaking of trust scores, did you ever use Ethos?
Ethos?
Yeah.
Ethos, the wallet?
No, Ethos. It was like it's called Ethos. It was like the social rankings, or not social rankings. It was like a trust score, basically. Ethos.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I'll see if I can find it in a few seconds. But anyway, it's not important. But I was going to say it would be kind of interesting to see if you could, if people can connect their Twitter, connect their other things to sort of boost that number.
They can. You just go to your profile settings and connect other profiles.
All right, man. I
Scroll
need
down to connected. Yeah. So.
All right, man. I need to up my game because this is not right. This should not be 0. I need to start shaking the branches. I'm fucking embarrassed.
Nah, it's all good, man. We're still in beta, man. So it's all good. We're still stuff that we have to work on as well. But you can connect accounts. So we want to make it. And now look what's happening. Now you're hearing from the whole SpaceX espionage that like what Elon is making, what a super app. Everybody's making a super app. This is what I've been telling people for I don't know how long. So this is why we threw our hat in making a super app. This is our super app, and ours is going to be distinctively different from another super app, because when you have super apps, it's not a need for that many, because they're basically they're all going for the one-stop shop kill. They're all trying to be where like you don't have to look beyond their platform for anything. And I think that's what we're going to eventually conquer slowly but surely.
Yeah. I think you've got a lot on this more tab, and yeah, it's definitely there's definitely some draws to it. Okay, before we get into how can I see my wallet on here, or is this my username, or how can I like deposit? Like
that's your wallet address. So scroll down in your profile settings.
My settings.
Yep. And you should be able to see your vault right there. You got to create your vault. You don't have a wallet yet.
Okay.
Oh, let me fix that for you, I think. Let me go to Swiper myself. But you should already have a wallet. Everybody has a wallet when they first sign in. Let me just go to mine.
I'm worried that I've signed in from my phone and from my laptop, potentially creating 2 accounts.
Another way to get to your vault is just by clicking the more button and just clicking on vault. It's right next to stream. But your wallet should display. I see mine's right here. I know we were doing some updates to wallets, but if not, I could fix yours. But mine's is displaying if you want to show mine.
Sure, man. If you want to bring your screen up.
Okay. Share screen. There we go. So I guess swiper. Boom. So when I go to my settings, you can see Toro. I love the fact that we do the motions, the moving pictures on the profile pictures here, and you can connect all your platforms. But as I go down to my vault, here's my vault right here, and you can see how many chains I have. About $3.85. I'm freaking rich in this wallet, and you can see all the chains that we are connected to, and that's not even all of them right there. Like when I open up the full vault, you can see the full vault and every other chain that we have additionally to it.
Do you have DeFi Kingdoms chain by chance?
DeFi King?
DeFi Kingdoms, DFK.
DFK. I'm not familiar with that chain, so I don't think I added that one.
It was so when there was the Harmony One hack. So there was a really popular game called DeFi Kingdoms. DFK would be like the ticker, but
they were their own blockchain.
They made their own blockchain after the Harmony One hack because they were like one of like the top games on a DeFi game thing. That, man, for a short period of time, I was making like $600 a day on those like yield farming, and I was like, man, I love DeFi. This is fantastic. And then like the tokens were going up, and you had like some of them. So you got some of your tokens, some of your jewel, some of it was locked, and then just the whole thing when there was a hack on Harmony One, like the whole thing just like went up like a house of cards. But you know, like, and obviously like, you know, big amounts turned to very small amounts. And just the other day, I was just accessing old wallets, like dead wallets, really, like to see what was there. And I saw, it's like, hey, by the way, you still have like $200 RIP because it was a lot more, but $200 on this chain. And then the wallet I was using, I can access it. I was just like, oh, is that really just gone, or do I need to use a wallet that has access to this? But anyway, it was a long shot. Only saying because you have so many more options than I've seen on other wallets.
Yeah, man, no, definitely. And that I haven't seen that chain. I haven't. That's the first time I'm hearing about it. But you know, the thing that's funny when you bring that up about DeFi is that, you know, DeFi has gone to like the threshold of proving the legitimacy of cryptocurrencies and why we need them, to now look like it's on the verge of huge endangerment because of AI. You're even having influential leaders in the DeFi space of crypto and of Ethereum telling people to sell their DeFi tokens and to get out of DeFi, to sell their maker, their compound, their Aave, because their codes are not safe. We're having day one, you know, ground zero bugs that are found in projects that have had at least 15 audits, right? Aave took it, and it's not even that. It's not even only the possibilities of the Aaves and compounds and curves being hacked, but you also have to worry about everything else they touch and they interact with, other protocols they touch and interact with being broken. Because we saw that with Aave recently, where their price fell by 40% in a day, and it wasn't even anything directly that they did, but the token they accepted and did dealings with had a compromise, which led to their downfall. So it's just like DeFi seems like it's a very fragile house of cards, and the legitimacy and the consistency and the security of it is now being tested on a different level because of artificial intelligence. So I think we have more hacks and incidents to come before we actually come to our threshold of like fixing and bulletproofing these protocols.
Yeah, it's kind of scary to hear that, to be honest. And you are right. I mean, like the fact that Aave had like lost some temporary trust. I mean, I think they handled it very well with like a lot of transparency and just keeping everyone up to date. Because bloody hell, like if Aave went down, like that could be a wrap for DeFi because
Exactly.
like the contagion effect. But yeah, I think they navigated those waters well. I think they were able to recoup some of the funds as well, which bullish. But sorry, hey, I was looking around when I was talking. I wasn't watching the screen, but the World Cup is now. How can we get to this page?
Yeah. So basically, what you want to do is just go to click on the more, click on the streams, as I did, and then you'll see the categories of home, movies, TV shows, anime, sports, live, and your list. I clicked on sports, and then you see a whole bunch of different sports networks and sports types and regions. So then at that point, you just have to hunt to see what sources are available to play the games that are playing right now. So the interface needs to be adjusted up a little bit better on the sports section. So we just have the default profile of that network, but we'll get more sophisticated with the interface over time. But this is just something that is allowing people to just, if you're on the go, if you're looking for a secondary backup plan, or even something that's your primary, we want to make Swiper that for you guys. So I think tennis, motorsports, pro wrestling.
That's the first one, football, soccer.
Yeah. And then I guess I'm gonna take a stab at some, see which one is playing. I don't know. Is this one playing? What game is this one? That's another thing about this is that you gotta go to. Let me stop this. So that you have to go for your language as well. Because we're streaming Chinese, Japanese, English. Like
I have found it sometimes though. Like the Arabic streams can be like the best quality, and it's like okay, let me just turn the volume down on that one.
Yeah, I had to stop because they're screaming and stuff. But yeah, man, it's cool, man. I'm really happy about it. We're grooving right now. We're doing some internal proprietary technology that will be for in-house for Swipers consciousness and intelligence, and from there, the next checkpoint will be launching officially our referral program and earnings program, so that users can now start earning passively and actively on our platform, just by referring people. And by referring people, anytime they make money passively through the earnings program, you get 10% of that. So for life, every single time. So if they're making $10, you get $1, and that's a beautiful thing. They make 100, you make $10. And that's just off of one person. If you have 40, 50 referrals and they're all actively using our passive earning reward system, which is watching commercials, tap to earn games, filling out surveys, etc., selling bandwidth. Anytime that they're making money passively by offering up intelligence and data, you're getting 10% of that. And I think that's going to be a good threshold and a nice little checkpoint to be at, honestly, for a lot of people. That's where the most expected feature that a lot of our feedback has been going to and getting from is that we can't wait for that. So that's basically where like how Base has everybody waiting for airdrop. People are waiting for our referral program to launch so they can start earning passively.
So hang on, if I start referring people now, will those be grandfathered in, or would it be only when it starts?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Anybody that's using your link they're already permanently bonded to your account. You guys are bonded, so it doesn't matter if you do it now or after the program commences. You'll get yours. So yeah.
That's good to know. That was one thing I wasn't a fan of, like on the Base app, because like I invited you onto the Base app, I invited like a bunch of like my friends because I got like 20 links or whatever, and so it's like great inviting the people who I want to like inviting people, real people, and then like a month or two later they're like, okay guys, so if you want to invite people, you can have a ref link and then you can earn from that. And it's like, well, hang on, I invited my whole. I even
I
like
already went crazy.
I went crazy. I even asked like hey, Clemens, can you send me some more ref links? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Here's 20 more. Great, everyone, guys, get in. And then it's like, okay, guys, now if you start, then you can earn. It's like, oh, you bastard.
Yeah, that's very defeating, honestly, man. And you know, I I'm glad that we already had that built out, that part to already track before we did anything, because like we want people to get exactly what they put in. If you're putting in the work and advocating to get us users, which is the most significant thing for our platform, is more people. The least we can do is make sure that you get what's due and rightfully yours. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, so let's. Are you able to demonstrate a bet? I mean, I know you're balling out with your $3, but like a $1 bet, like, are you able to show us on here? Like, I'd be curious if there's anything going on the Ghana England game.
Let's see. I don't think I have enough money. I think the threshold has been like, what's the bare minimum right now? I think we could do $1.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
I want to place $1 in England to win.
I don't see anything about Ghana, but let's see. Polymarket. Let's see. Grand Theft Auto. Our system also curates. So if it's not showing all the feeds, it's just showing the most profitable ones from our algorithm. So I don't know.
Will England win the World Cup? 13%. All right. Do you see that? It's Keir Starmer out by August 31st. 71% says yes.
Which one? Oh
Keir
yeah.
I mean, he's been an absolute abysmal.
43 days left. Yeah. He's been in the chat. He's been talked about quite some time now.
Yeah, I mean, he just. I think he's a traitor, but anyway.
Think so?
I do. I really, yeah, not a fan. But anyway, what are you betting on here? Oh, you're betting on him.
I guess, I'm just throwing some money at him right quick, Oh, API error right quick. So horrible demo, but it definitely does work. I'll get it going. But definitely, I'm glad I ain't bet on him actually, because I don't want to be involved with that guy.
Yeah.
He is a bit of a monster. Let me see something.
So you got your fee plus Black Elite. What is the Black Elite? I know it's one of the subscription tiers that you have.
Yeah, so that's for basically enterprise tools. The same basically access you would get to the Bloomberg terminal, which is a subscription about $500,000 a year, where basically you're getting a compressed analytical breakdown of what smart money is doing, how much, like you're basically getting hedge fund strategies. Our program is meant to illustrate and demonstrate, because it's been trained on a Monte Carlo, the Kelly criterion, and other quantum approaches. So when it comes to predictions and also seeing where the money flow is, that's what you will want for the Black. The Black has a lot more tool sets than anything else, because it includes an embodiments of everything else when it comes to our membership league as well. So you have a prestige customer support. You have unlimited use of the Swiper Intelligence, which is our AI. That's the core consciousness of our platform, and many, many more. So we have a shit ton of tools that go with the Black. We basically are undercutting hedge fund tools. Stuff that you're paying thousands of dollars for every year. We're giving to you for fractions of the price, 1/1000th cheaper. because that's what it's about. Giving the small guy the same tools to basically even out the playing field, and that's one thing I'm really proud of. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah,
I respect that, and yeah, I mean, I'm really a fan of democratizing access to these things that otherwise people are sort of kept out of. The guest I had yesterday is called Ex Machina, and they're basically democratizing access to early stage investments for like robotics companies, and like they negotiated like they got like a preferential shares. They put like 1.5 million in that. Collectively decided on buy the DAO. DAO will put some money in, and it's like, yeah, great, because apparently like they were saying, typically to have access to that you need to have a minimum like a 500k stake. It's like, well, what about Joe Everyman who wants to put like $1,000 in, or $500 or 2,000, like whatever? You don't have access. And it's the same with the Bloomberg terminal. 500k a year, people can't afford that. I mean, but yeah, having leveling the playing field a bit more with like similar sort of tools. Yeah, good on you, man.
Yeah, man. I think that's honestly, that's the end of the day. That's the whole point of this. As it gets harder to make money, people are going to start looking towards online and applications to generate those funds, and to have something where you can set it and forget it, something that's actually assisting you, something that's learning you and evolving over time with a learning optimization loop, is something that's greatly, greatly valued. Even if it's turning $1 a day compounding, that's something you didn't have to work for. It just set it and forget it. $5 a day, $10 a day, etc. These are compounding things that will show face of value when needed. So I definitely know that we're ahead. I definitely see other people kind of come up the lane, try to attempt, and then quit. So because they realize that this is more complex than you would think. When you're building a super app, there's so many moving variables, there's so many parts that all need to interconnect so that this thing works on the same kind of like nervous system. So it's an uphill battle, but we've been trucking along. We've been doing this for quite some time. Overall, aesthetically, the app is pleasing. The features that do work, they work exponentially good, and we have enough to hold us over for the next year or so. So when it comes to tasks, so we're just knocking it out every day and just adding on more and more features and stripping down what is not needed, honestly, to reach our goals at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense, and I think it's bullish that you do have runway to like build through the bear. It's always a shame when you see like projects that just like run out of funding and just have to like pack up shop, and unfortunately it's part of life. I mean, it happens, but yeah, I think that the app has a lot of promise. If you are able to look at my wallet situation, I would love to use it and start placing some small time wages.
Yeah, I got you on that. Not definitely. Right after this, I'm definitely gonna go through it. I think it just needs to just be an easy reset. That's all.
Well, dude, in fact, Harpoon wants to jump on a call, so I might ping him in a
Yeah.
minute. Yeah. But dude, let's wrap this up. I think we're at a nice point. Is there anything you want to share about Swiper, or
Just lock in, create a profile, see what we have to offer. We have our own operating system, our own browser, our own wallet. We're connected to more chains than any other platform that I've seen. We have our NFT marketplace embedded. We have audio players, streaming services, and so much more. Travel agencies. We're going to basically dominate everything. We definitely just want to be able to at least offer it, have it work smoothly and functioning, and to be something that you guys enjoy and know you can always use. So swiper.xyz, click on Base Junkies referral link, get them up there, and definitely appreciate you guys for your time as always.
Yeah, definitely do use my ref link, guys. What the fuck? 0 referrals. This is I need to start blasting that out. I want to the captain. But anyway, I want to see if Harpoon's still around. Jump on a call with him. I think he had something we want to talk about. But Toro, I love these shows. Honestly, the alpha, everything, the real talk. That's why we do it, man. Just keep it real with the homies on base and beyond. Are you available tomorrow for the Farcaster space?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Man,
Sure.
it was a vibe last time. I
Yeah.
messaged Rich and the Farcaster team, like, guys, like the safety feature where it closes the space after 10 minutes if the host isn't talking is like, now we gotta nix that, because I was enjoying just listening. I was like, it was, I think, because we ran on for like 2 or 3 hours, and it was like 11 p.m. for me. Like, it was getting late. I was getting a bit like, like sort of, I was just listening to the conversation, and then it just cut out. It's like, host must be talking. It's like, oh, bro, kind of just chill. Anyway, hopefully that's been fixed. We'll check it out tomorrow. But guys, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who tuned in. Definitely check out Swiper, swiper.xyz. I'll post my ref link in the comments on the video. Use that, help your boy out. And join us tomorrow over on Farcaster Spaces at 12:30 p.m. PST and 8:30 p.m. GMT +1 for the end of the week roundup. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, but most importantly,
Stay base.
Peace out, everyone.
I'm a baseline junkie. I'm a baseline junkie. Tell him again. I'm a baseline junkie. Tell him again. And I like it funky.